Hello guys, Sir Grindalot here. If you have been watching my Honkai Star Rail content, you may be wondering how come Sir Grindalot doesn't make character and team guides more often. And if you've never watched any of my videos, you may be thinking, who are you and how dare your videos show up in my suggestions, which is an absolutely fair feeling. And I will try to address both of these questions while I start my daily farming route, because I just started and I'm still very far from completing it. If you're new around here, I've played Genshin Impact for more than 2 years and a half. And I have very good knowledge on the game, and over the course of time I've made several guides or showcases for specific characters, teams, and even trading card game decks. Things are a bit different in Honkai Star Rail though, and my experience in Genshin Impact also played a huge role in how I decided to approach Honkai Star Rail. And let me start by saying that I had no experience with Honkai Star Rail prior to its release. I didn't play the beta, I hadn't followed its development. Wait, there is nothing else here. I had not followed its development at all. I have no clue what was going on with Honkai Star Rail. And making proper guides always takes... I went the wrong way. Making proper guides takes a lot of time, both to learn the mechanics of characters, the synergies with their teams, but also to actually make the video themselves. I always cringe really hard about all those super in-depth character guides that are released 5 seconds after a banner goes live and that provide little to no value. It's content that I don't watch, so even though I know that it attracts a lot of quick views, I refuse to partake in that retardedness. Because I'm not making content that I would not enjoy watching myself. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back, watch content from Genshin Impact after it was released, and the meta strat was to give Shanling a Refinement 5 Crescent Pike. IQ levels unimaginable. It still happens, by the way, it still happens. And when it comes to more in-depth guides, I can 100% see their value, but they also come with a huge problem. And let me start by saying that in Star Rail I do not do any spreadsheet impact, so to speak. In Genshin Impact I basically have a neural link directly connected to the Genshin optimizer, and I enjoy min-maxing my characters. In Honkai Star Rail we don't have any tool that is as valuable as the optimizer is for Genshin Impact, and I hope it will be developed soon, but the problem that I'm talking about is a different thing though. My years in Genshin Impact taught me that investment trumps everything. And what I mean by investment is not just the amount of Eidolons you get for a limited character, but in general how much energy you spend for a specific character or team. In Genshin Impact my Hu Tao is just Constellation 2, but her artifacts are really good, she has her signature weapon, all her talents are at 10, and all her support characters for her team are built very well. This means when I go in the Abyss, I can just go full Mao and obliterate everything, paying very little attention to what is happening and not caring too much about, you know, perfect rotations and stuff like that. In Honkai Star Rail, I spend a lot of energy to have a well-built Serval, and she absolutely slays, even though she's ranked pretty low among DPS characters. In general, it's good to know which set and Lycon is best in slot for a specific character, what are the relevant synergies, their best potential teams, and all that sort of stuff. But I'm clearing Memory of Chaos 10 with half of my characters using the Guard of Wuthering Snow relic set. So, you know, it's a thing that has been bothering me a lot even in Genshin Impact for a long time. Both Genshin and Star Rail are gacha games, and the only great account equalizer is Wallet Kun. So while I enjoy the gacha aspect of the game, having meta-related discussion often feels unnecessary for me. If I made a video spending 10 minutes explaining the most meta way to clear Memory of Chaos 10 using Sealy, only to end it by saying, oh, but you can do the same with any 4-star hunt characters, so pull for who you want, it would make me feel like I wasted my own time making the video, as well as the time of anyone watching it. It's great to have a general idea of how a character works or doesn't work, and as I'm saying this, I'm clearly thinking of Dia from Genshin Impact. But, you know, for that kind of feedback, I usually prefer to rely on platforms like Reddit, 4chan. Can I mention 4chan on a YouTube video? Or, you know, in general, feedback from a multitude of other players rather than one single content creator telling me something in a 5-minute video. And there is also the extra issue in Honkai Star Rail, which is how much energy it takes to build our characters. I'm sure that a year from now it will be easier to have everything ready for a character in a reasonable amount of time. But right now, oh my god, the thought of building and testing some of my level 20 characters makes me want to vomit. It's like, oh yeah, I want to run a Yanshin main DPS team. If I start farming now, maybe 10 days from now he's going to be level 70, with traces at 6, and a few relics at level 9. Yeah, let's go! It's not a very good feeling. It's either that or keep building and improving the characters that I already have. It can feel a bit boring from time to time, but we go back to the topic of character investment. Having more characters with a meh build is usually worse than having fewer characters with a good build. But due to the elemental weakness brick system in Star Rail, we definitely benefit from having a good roster of available characters, but having many of them poorly built can lead to annoying situations. Some characters, like for example Pela is the first one that comes to my mind, don't require a lot of investment, but they still need to be leveled up as much as we can to close the gap compared to the level of the monsters. So it's really painful. It's just endless amounts of farming for things we would not want to farm. And it's also worth remembering that Star Rail is a gacha game, meaning that not everyone has or cares about the same characters. My main, doing air quotes, team is Zeely, Silver Wolf, Bronya Jeopard, which is basically the Bronya team, as it's Bronya, Small Bronya, Bronya's brother, Bronya's girlfriend. But that is 2 limited 5-star characters and 2 5-star characters from the standard banner. So, you know, if I was to make a team that was a video guide about the Bronya team and be like, yeah guy, pull for all these characters and you can go clear Memory of Chaos, pretty good team, subscribe for more videos, free to play by the way. Oh, speaking of which, and here I'm going a little bit on a ranty tangent. When I open YouTube, I so often get recommended video guides, doing air quotes around the term guides, that are free-to-play or free-to-play friendly teams and characters, and whoever made the video is Trailblazer level close to 70, meaning a ton of daily energy refreshes, and in 2.5 months they have relics with substats that are better than what I have farmed in Genshin Impact over the course of 30 months. And their showcases are like, oh yeah, this free-to-play team is really good. Just have every character with 75 crit rate, 160 crit damage, 100 break effect, 150 speed, traces at 9 easy, GG. And I keep thinking of real free-to-play players who are like Trailblazer level 50, crit rate, damage ratio non-existent, half of the relics are 4 stars, they're using 3-star light cones picked up from a trash can, and we're looking at that showcase thinking, wondering whether they're even playing the same game. And what's the overall meaning, the point of this video? If I had to summarize it, I would say stay informed about new characters, but don't stress out about it. Because unless you stubbornly decide to build a character in the wrong way, clearing the ending and content of Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact is for the most part a matter of character investment, and that comes with time. So do it at your own pace, level up characters you like, build teams you enjoy playing, and you're going to be fine. I know that pull for who you like is not the kind of advice that people want to hear when they want to know more information about a specific character, but it's not a wrong statement. Some of my most played characters in Genshin Impact are characters that are far from being considered meta or even good in certain cases, thinking of Tori. But I've learned at my own expense that pulling and building meta characters that I don't really like or enjoy playing just because they're good, eventually it feels bad. And in Honkai Star Rail, I will try to be more picky, have fewer better build characters, although that will come at a loss in playstyle and YouTube content variety. So that's one of the main reasons, probably, why I'm not doing showcases, guides, stuff like that. Because the characters that I play are always the same. It's always Sealy, it's always Serval, it's always Bronya. You know, they're all the same. Everything that you see in my account here is level 20 or just barely leveled up past 20, and I have absolutely no interest in the imminent future to level up any of them. So yeah, for guides, this is not going to be the channel to look forward to in the coming weeks. But for farting around, farming stuff together, and enjoying some sweet grind, this is always the right place. And my channel has recently been monetized by YouTube because they changed the requirements, and now I'm monetized, and meaning that eventually, sometimes in the future, there will be some more credits coming in my direction, hopefully, from the pockets of YouTube. When that happens, there will be giveaways for subscribers of my channel, so click the subscribe button if you have not clicked it already. If you have already clicked it, don't click it again, it's not good. And when there will be some giveaways, there will definitely be a notification here on YouTube and in my Discord channel, which you can see hopefully up there. Yeah, that will be all for this video. Bye guys, take care. I still have so much farming to do today.